Hello and welcome to Let's Play Endless Space 2. I'm JC Proton and this is episode 16 of my 5th Let's Play series. In this one we're playing the Riftborn on endless difficulty, on an endless duration game, on an ovoid map of the largest size. And we're picking up at turn 87. So last video I did like a test battle just for fun over here. And I kind of liked the outcome. I think I'm going to do it for real. I think I'm going to do it for real, man. Because I think if we just let the Cravers sit and grow in strength, they'll be a lot harder to deal with. And they tend to be super aggressive, where like they'll attack with partial fleets. They don't normally take the time to stack up a maximum size fleet before they hit you. Like they'll hit you with pieces, and it's easier to deal with in smaller waves, right? So I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. I've also kind of spotted what feels like a fatal flaw in this racial design, and that is that systems that are all cold planets, they don't really have industry, right? And even though I have like really good multiplication of industry, systems that are all cold planets, kind of like no matter what you do, you're still dividing by zero kind of thing. See if I can find an example here. Okay, so like this system is cold, right? Um, there's like no industry. See, like the planet base output is zero, and it's going to be zero on all of these, and it's going to stay zero on all of these. I guess this one's two because of the gutted pirate layer, but like that's going to be a chronic problem on anything that's already like icy planets. Let's see if I can find another one. Like these are always going to be cold. I might somehow get this guy over to be like toxic, something like that. Um, Again, these are all going to be cold. So that seems to be like kind of a flaw. So I don't know how that's going to go. Part of me is still leaning towards, maybe I should do this massive colony rush up here to try to grab these resources just so that I can have more industry. And part of me says, nah, that's silly, man. Just camp out down here and develop the next level of strategic resources, these cold ruins that we have in about 4 or 5 different spots. Just go for those and just stay small and do that. So part of me is torn between those two, and I know I kind of want to go wide, but I know it's a high risk move. So I'm debating. I'm still debating between those two moves. So anyway, select all, merge. But we're gonna go ahead and do this thing. We're gonna go down here and we're gonna fight this fight, man. Spamming the curiosity here, so I'll get it immediately. We'll see if he'll attack me. 100 dust, okay.
Our purpose is to kill. You, though, will suffer as well. Soon your worlds will be scoured wastelands. Our purpose is to kill. You, though, will suffer as well.
That's a lot of talk. All from three dialogue screens from him, and yet he's not attacking. A whole lot of talk and no action. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and help him out with that. So we're going power to shields. And his fleet is all guns. Like, if we look at his fleet here, the whole thing is guns. It's all kinetics, it's all guns, it's all short range. So I'm going to go long range. And power to shields gives extra shield absorption. So the shields even absorb some of the kinetic damage. So we're just going to put everything in one flotilla. And we'll watch the fight. I believe he'll split his fleet into these two. Although if I was him, I would split it into three. But anyway, we'll do the fight. So we'll start at long range because I'm wanting long range. He's wanting short range. So he's going turtle. Now that's why he's doing that, because he's all short range, so he wants those flotillas. So everything that's cross flotilla, so everything in this will start at long, but everything that's in another flotilla will stay at long range the whole fight. So we're just going to go free camera, scan. Alright, and we're going to watch this. So the thin blue line here is the shields. The thick blue line is his hit points. Wow, those shields are gone quick. Wow, the shields were gone in like the first volley, man. Taking out his ships. There goes another. There goes another. Yeah, our lasers are eating him up, or our beams, I should say. Going to hit his protector. And we'll hit his other protector probably. Yep. That protector's just about down. Okay, now we're going to start targeting the attackers. Looks like we're doing this one first. Alright, we're out of time. Okay, so that was a pretty good fight. The hero ship, even if it gets destroyed, as long as there's some fleet left, the hero will remain. And in this case, you see I hover over him, and you see on the left side of the screen, I have 1 out of 1947 health, right? So he survives with 1 hit point. Hero got 90 experience. So yeah, most of the damage we did was with beams. We just still did a fair bit with kinetics. See, their armor absorbed a lot. And you see my shields absorbed a lot. Oh, that was their shields. So anyway, yeah, they did damage there, and then after that, they didn't really do hardly any damage at all. 0. So when they're at that really, really long range, yeah, they did almost no damage. They did basically no damage. So there's a pirate lair there and a debris field. So when I advance to the next turn, I'm going to attack again. I'm going to finish him off because he... See, I have 1,250 attack power with 13,000 hit points. And he has 646 hit points with 8,500 hit points. So we'll smoke him. We'll smoke him. Alright, so we're going to do the other stuff. We'll do the other ship movements first. Hopefully he'll tell me to go home.
You're making the Sophonoty nervous. What are you up to?
Okay, I'm cool with that. And that'll move him back here, I think. Yep, and so I can do an upgrade on him. To Scout 4.
The unfallen watch you.
So something I've run across playing non-Horatio is when I have armed scouts and my scouts are going through other territory, the other opponents, they the AIs get upset with you because your ship is armed. But if you, like with Horatio, my scouts are always completely unarmed. And they don't seem to, they don't get mad because there's no weapons on them, I guess. So I guess that's the thing. That's the thing. It makes them mad when you have armed scouts going through their space. to explore there. Okay. Send out a probe.
You lead well, comrade. The Empire welcomes all who embrace its ideals.
Do you? It's funny, sometimes he says that and sometimes he doesn't. I don't know when it is he does or doesn't. Yeah, we're not going to leave. So the Unfallen are going to be unhappy with me.
The Unfallen watch you, unsure if your actions will enforce or ruin the harmony we seek.
Yeah, because I gave a negative answer. That's okay. He's far away. I mean, really. He's way over here, man. Way over here. Attack with him next turn. Okay, we got a bunch of administrative stuff to do now. Okay, this guy's maxed out. To AI. Okay, colonizing ice. And I'm starting a new spaceport over here. And let's see, did I ever deploy? No, I didn't put one here. And you know what I want to do over here? Yeah, so this is that cold thing I was talking about where there's like just no industry here. There's 2 on that one because he's a pirate layer. Otherwise, he would have been 0, 2. So I think what I'm going to do is I need to speed this up some more. So I'm going to go through and cancel some constructions. These Graviton labs, Graviton shielded labs that aren't going to be built for a long time. I can do something more useful with that Hyperion right now. And then later, when it comes time to build those, you know, I'll be able to do it. Even 11 turns out is far enough. 69, okay. And we can do this now. Boom. Get that done in 7. And we'll have to kick in the law. We'll have to remember to kick in the law to get that bonus approval. That approval bonus will be good. It'll kick us up over here. And I was looking around in Craver territory here, and I was seeing, like, this planet here, his home system, is only cranking out, like, 210 industry total. But over here, this one, see, he's got 19 population here. He's got a gas plant, so he's got 238 plus 33 plus 220. So he's got 2, 4, 50, 60, 70, 80, about 291. Not 2, 491. 491, almost 500 industry here. So I think this is probably his highest industry system. So if I put a another dilation singularity, I might do it there. And the way I would do that, because it has to have visibility, this guy is going here, and then he could go over here, and then send a probe down here, is what I'm thinking. And this guy is going to need to make some ships, and I think maybe I need a new buckler, but I need a buckler that's more armor. So what would I call them? Decoy. Target dummy. Anvil, yeah, because you can take a beating. You can take a kinetic beating. Okay, so our current fleet that's out there is 3 attackers, a leader, and a scout. So what we really need is 2 more. For sure we need a dagger and a anvil. But we probably just need, and then after that we probably need another anvil and 5 daggers. Something like that. Okay, 7 turns. That's a lot faster. Definitely like that. And I mean, I think that's a more urgent need for the Hyperion to be put to work. Otherwise, it's just going to be sitting around in build queues, not really doing anything. And what I need to do is make it do something now. I'll make more Hyperion later. And by the time I need it for those other build queues, I'll have more. So that's fine. Better to use it that way. Okay, colonize gas giants. I need to get gas giants queued up. Okay, so everywhere that has numbers in the last number here that's not a 0 is going to have gas giants. So I can just quickly scroll through. There's one. Figure out where does he need to be in this queue. Normally I would put it like here. But see, we've got this situation going on where no matter how many I put in there, it's still 0. That's the key. That's going to add a bunch of industry. Wow, look how weak that is. 288, and it's going to take 6 turns. You know, we need dust. We need to be able to buy this stuff out with dust. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. That's how we're going to solve this industry, this dearth of industry, right? I'm gonna have to adjust that. I'm gonna have to take a look at my research queue and make some adjustments. Okay, so we're gonna do this planet when I think we need to do it sooner because he actually can produce industry. So between this one and this one, yeah, because adding these won't do anything until I built this. That seems okay. There we go. Oh yeah. Let's see, so a +1, it has an extra 150%, so it'd be +2.5. That's only like a +10 though. Not really enough to move the needle. So I'd say that's the winning move. And these guys are 10 industry. That one is 14. Yeah. Okay, that looks like the way to go. Not a lot of industry here, but really good resources, so. Yeehaw, yeah. You better believe it. Yeah, we need that because we need to control what populations are growing here. And we might need to start shipping people off of here too. Because we might have too many. Cool, that's everybody. Mines, gas giants, antimatter capture. Next we're doing neural robotics. Okay, cool. So, do I want to build another compression singularity? Or do I want to do one of the other ones? It'd be nice if there was a little indicator showing which ones you had compressions on. But I believe it's this one. And yeah, there's a singularity bonus. Singularity bonus. From local acceleration. Oh yeah, that's from the traits. Local magic and local acceleration. And that has a singularity. If I was to do a singularity, it seems like it would be one of these two. Probably this one. And I really have the titanium to spare, but not really the Hyperium so much. That's 15, that's at 8. Yeah, I'm making twice as much titanium as Hyperium. Yeah, I think maybe a compression here would be good, help him grow. Because That's what we want. We want to get systems up and running, man. Let's see. It's 500. That's 2 turns. That's still 2 turns. Still 2 turns. Okay, so I can go, and that's 250. Okay, and that's 2 turns. Okay, so we can do that. Let's go ahead and, do I want to build those first? Let's do that. Okay, so let's go through all our systems and see if there's anything that we can build it quickly. See, that's 2 turns. Still 2 turns. Oh. 400 and 409. Whew, that hurts though. to dial it back that far. Turns for 400. I don't know. Two turns, because it's 150. I don't think I can go less than 2 turns. Ooh, can do it in 1 turn. You can do it in 1. Let's see, 146. just getting the additional planets. And we're sending sowers populations to AI to help them out. 256. Yeah, this is where we started. Okay. I need 800 dust. So I need 140. Okay. Now, let's see where we're going to be sending population. AB can send population to AD, would benefit from those population over here, especially as soon as that's built. So we'll send from AB to AD, and that will significantly improve AD's production once he has this structure built. So he'll become a lot more productive. Okay, cool. And then let's see, where else do we have populations? Okay, AC can ship some populations out to someone. So where would be a good place for 3 population to go? Okay, well, AE could use some pops. AG could use some pops. Nah, not age. And honestly, AI could, we need that thing to go as fast as we can. So let's send from AC to AI. Yeah, and he can keep cranking out populations every turn, man. At 1 per turn. We'll just start pumping it up. We're going to take some systems that can crank out pops at 1 per turn, and we're just start having them do that for a while. Just crank out some population, man. Get our main population up to 50, and then we'll have influence flowing. We'll start stacking that up in preparation for autonomous administration, and in case we need to do any kind of diplomacy or whatever. Okay, so let's see if we have targets for everything that's in a spaceport. AF can send something. He has 1 to send. Yep, he is sending those to AI. He Descending list AD. Those are going to AI. Okay, AF. He can help out somebody. It's either E or G. G could use some help. E's hurting a lot worse. Let's send the help to E because he's hurting worse. Okay, cool. All right, we moved our ships. We've got our laws in place. That's fine. Resources are rocking along. We're making 14 blue cap and 6.7 of the gossamer per turn. We are researching neural robotics. And then we're going to pick up the cruiser, medium-sized ship, right here. Because that's what we're going to really need to fight the Cravers. To defend ourselves, we really need mediums. That will be pretty effective at stopping Cravers. And they're going to have medium ships real soon anyway, so we're going to have to face them. And then after that, we're doing, we're doing this tech over here, man. And then we'll probably, I don't know what we're going to pick up. We'll have to wait and see. That's a long way out. You know, that's 9 turns just for that one tech. But it'll get us the top curiosities and the top rare luxury resources. And that's what we need to be able to really make plans and proceed with our expansion. All right, so we're going to go back to here. See if there's anything else we want to do here. No, ships are fine. Battle tactics are fine. These are our leaders. This is our senators and the laws. And diplomacy-wise, Cravers are at peace. They have negotiated a peace with the Vajana, or a truce, a ceasefire. And I don't think anybody else has war. Oh wait, that was a war. Huh, okay, United Empire is at war with Lumeris. Ooh, and they're beating up on Lumeris. Look at that. They're beating way back. They're just about going to be demanding a truce. Sophons have got no conflict. Lumeris have only the fight with United Empire. And Horatio is quietly making things more beautiful. All right, so we will advance the turn and immediately attack. Here we go. Click on the fleet. Spam. Spammy spam. Spammity spam. Boom. Okay, we're going to do this fight. We're going to finish them off, man. I'm a little torn here because part of me is saying, you know what? Let's do repair and recover. This guy will get blown up. But I think I'm going to still do this because at long range we take less damage. And he'll have full shields back again for what those are worth. And Yeah, and at long range, these guys just won't do very much damage. So I think our lasers, our beams, we're tearing them up. So I think I'm going to go with that. Make sure we're all in one flotilla. Yep, we are. And they're going turtle, so they're going to have good defense. At least they did turtle before. They'll do turtle again. So they're going to have extra kinetic defense. So our guns are less effective than they normally would be. And as soon as... I think my guy's only got like 1 hit point. He has 50 hit points. So you're going to see the hero ship blow up really fast. See, he's almost out of hit points, dude. Oh wow, he split his flotillas into 2 flotillas. What a dummy. Yep, he blew up already. Okay, so they're going to lose these 2 ships and this flotilla, and then these ones are going to be long range. Other one, and they're focus firing on this guy, it looks like. Cool, decisive victory. So that's good. So that took down the Craver's fleet. Okay, he's going to colonize there probably, which is fine. I don't know that I really want to fight him for it. I think we'll just clear out. +2 movement on fleet, +4 movement on fleet. And so do I have, how many probes do I have? Let's look. I think it should be at +1. Oh yeah, because I have this guy. Maybe I should have been increasing the damage since it turns out we're going to have a lot more fighting. I think we'll do that. Hull plating penetration would be good against these Cravers. We'll just do overall damage. Yeah, we're going to do some small ships for now just to get some basic defensive fleets up, but then we'll start doing some mediums. Is 500. Okay. AG. Hmm. Let's see, that's 2. That's another. That's 3. So I need to move 3 more population off of here. Let's see, which was the one I was going to do the compression singularity on? Was it AJ? Or AG? this would be a good one. There's some hot planets here. Yeah, let's boost AG. Okay. Wow. His scout is 220 attack power now. Oh, it's all missiles. Still, I don't know that my guns are enough to counter his missiles. 5 experience points. Not a particularly useful one. So it's 4 turns either way to get there. Might as well do that. One probe there. One probe there. Shoot, I got one more? Okay, I'll put one over here. Take a peek at that system too. If we can catch this guy, we will totally attack him and do repairs. We'll do the repair battle tactic and we'll get some free repair going on. Let's see, we are 6 turns from outpost completion. 2, 3, 4 more machines being embodied. We're up to 31 right now. And is he moving people out? Yeah, he's moving people out. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to keep an eye on this situation up here and see what's going to happen. I mean, if he thinks he can just siege that down with that, he's got another thing coming. Caught you. I caught you. I caught you. Bam. That's right, buddy. We're going to introduce you to repair and recover. So see, this guy is at 58 hit points. And he's at whatever, 2352. Yep. We're going to blow you up, or you're going to retreat. Okay, he retreated. But with that retreat, see, now he's at 741 hit points. And this dude's almost fully repaired. So they got the 30% repair, even though the guy retreated. Alright, we're going to come down here. We're going to finish him off. We're going to beat him down there and do the same thing again. We'll put up a blockade before he can arrive. And then when he arrives, we'll finish him off and we'll repair again out of the deal. Home system. Ooh, Kerha, look at you. And Raf. Okay, yeah, we got some stuff to look at up there. Turns out. Okay, I got some sort of new population apparently. Must have happened. We're going to do extra strategic resources. To me, that's almost always the right choice. Cool, and we're going to be getting extra resources here too. Where's that 15? Two turns until it's completed with the research. Okay, cool. Cool, 600 food, so I'm going to get one pop every turn. Nice. That's nice. I like it. Okay, this dude's coming up here, or coming up here. Let's see if he's going this way, or if he's going this way. Either way, he goes to Kionos. So let's just send him to Kionos, and then we'll figure it out from there. We'll see where he's needed after that. Okay. Yep, and that's what happens when you don't clear out your pirates. They just keep getting stronger and more annoying. that's what happens. I'm going to try to send one down here on a trajectory that will get me what's down here and what's down here. Okay, and he has some movement left. We'll send him this way. I think I may end up having this guy. I may have him go here, or if he goes here, I don't know. That his radius may be enough to pick up what that system is. If I fly down this wormhole, for sure they'll pick it up. Okay, what do we have out here? I think I'll backtrack for these. Subterranean 2. Can you imagine Unfallen with Sim Camp? Because they have so much defense. Wow. Okay, Ruins 1. Signal 1. Lifeform 1. Subterranean 1. Atmospheric 2. And Lifeform 2. There's a lot of possibilities there. And how many stars are we already counting here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 out of probably 13 or 14 systems. Let's at least reveal the rest of the system. I mean the constellation. Okay, he has 2 probes left. Yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, that's done. That's done. I believe that was taken care of. Okay, that's 1. Glad I checked back on it. AC. Sending to AI. If I create 1, it's 2 turns. If I put it on there, it's 1 turn. That's right. AD. Aha, that completed. Okay, let's see what we got going on now. Let's watch that industrial number. So it goes from 78 to 120. Okay. Would have been nice if it was more, but you know what? I will take what I can get now. He is on these cold systems like that. That is not where we're going to be building Riftborn population. This is where we will be sending them. I'm starting to get a feel for it. Okay, so hot systems, yeah, you make them in cold systems. Yeah, they're the they're the recipients. Okay, so AC. AC's making 1 here at AF. Okay, let's see what AD. Yeah, I just did AD. AE, how's AE looking now that he built that? Ooh, we can do another system upgrade. Okay, so 100. Ooh, 3 turns. Ugh, kind of rough. Okay. AF. So if I made one of these, it's 2 turns. If I put this over here, then it's 1 turn because it's 104 and it's 100. Okay, so that is the correct choice. AE. AF. Apparently we've already just done it. Yeah, AF is sending to AE. Okay, AG, colonized ash. Haha. Yep, that's more industry. And we'll make another colony. Yep. Totally, dude. Okay, so this would be. Oh, this is loaded up, isn't it? Okay. Let's see let's see how far we can get this to go. Yeah, it's a lot more industry. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay, and let's see what these numbers do. That's negative. That's better. Okay, so we'll keep the populations there. And right now, this is a system where we are not building. Well, look at that, in 2 turns. Okay, maybe we would make population there at some point. Okay, AG. We're done looking at sustainable farms on AH. Cool. Yeah, he's going to be working on that. Whew, that's a long time. AI colonize toxic. Okay, that goes down. That's the way to go, and we need to specialize. Machine embodiment on AJ. Okay, if we did that again, it costs 3 turns. Do it that way, it's only 2 turns. I think this is the one where it stays 2 turns, even no matter how many I take. Yeah. So we'll just do that, and we'll do him in 2 turns. Let's finish these slag and sledges. Alright, we'll keep that like that. AJ, BA. Okay, we have him grown in 6. How are we looking over here? Another 1 population coming in, so that's a ticking on. Let's see. Yep, we'll make room for that ticking on to land. Yep, seems good. And we're making good progress on colonizing this gas planet. That's going to help out a lot, man. That dude, 26 industry per pop is a kaboom. That'll kick in another 50, and then I'll be able to start pumping out machine embodiments out of this one per turn. Yeah, because that's 300, and get a couple pops over here. That'll be 300, boys. Yeah, and we'll be able to start cranking out machine embodiments 1 per turn out of here. Cool. Very good. We're making progress. I like doing the when it's 1 per turn. When it's only 1 turn to make one, I think it's a winning move, man. I think it's a winning move. At least right now it is. Till I can get. I want to get to 50, man. I want to get to 50. We're at 35. plus several in transit, right? There's several in transit, so it's probably something like 5 in transit or more. So, yeah, once we get 50 of those bad boys, good things are going to happen, man. Good things are going to happen. We're going to have a lot of influence. We'll have a lot of influence available. That'll be very cool. And all of these minor populations, except for sowers, yeah, all of these others, totally expendable, man. Like, I have no interest in keeping them long term. Maybe we'll do the maybe we'll do this thing here where we do chain gang. We might start doing chain gangs with them or something like that. Might end up doing something like that. Since we have all of them here, if we take all of our main population off the planet, then there's no way that our population would get chain ganged, right? Or we could just take them all out. We could just take them all out that way. So, and that would be a way of doing it, and we'd actually get something productive out of them, is they would be moved into our military. They'd all be moved into the military. It'd be our, like our Foreign Legion, the Riftborn Foreign Legion troops. Okay, so the move we got to do here is when we click next turn, let me just make sure how close am I on that outpost. 5 turns away. Okay, when we hit next turn, we've got to get this fleet down here and get the blockade set up before this guy moves. He has a movement speed of 7. 5. He'll probably make it. So we want to get down there, put up the blockade, then he'll get trapped by the blockade, and then we'll take him down. And we'll get some repair on our fleet out of the deal. So it's a win-win. Well, it's a win-win for me. It's a win-lose for him. It's a lose-lose for him. Okay, so we're going to go right here. We'll click on our fleet. Right-clicking to move. Make with the movie. Move, move, move. Get down there. Blockade. Okay, buddy, come and get it. Come and meet your destiny. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. And we are going to repair and recover. Make sure everybody's in the one flotilla. Yep. Repair and recover. Yeah, I'm going to watch you get blown up. That's right. Call me petty, but I want the satisfaction of seeing. You see, Cravers, that's what you get. You come pick a fight with me, that's what's going to happen. That's what's called a mistake. That's like picking a fight with the wrong dude. That's what that is. Okay, so where are we at on repair here? Almost full strength. Who's damaged? He's full health. Okay, so only the hero ship is damaged, and he's definitely damaged by something like 40%. All right. All right, I think I'm going to take the shadow out. That is that original scout that I started the game with. He dude is still around, man. Yep, that's him. All right. So normally when the shadow 6 gets wiped out, or the shadow, I'll delete that ship design. But I wait to delete it until after he's been wiped out, because you still give him upgrades. Okay, 8th Forever Wardens. Alright, he is going to go explore. I think we're going to end up taking him up here to Deneb and Cheng. With an E sound. Alright, that battle was nice. Whew. Sucked to be that dude.
The unfallen watch the winds and watch you, wondering which way things will go.
Sneaky. He's gonna pick a fight with us, huh? Alright. It's okay. We can't be friends with everybody. I've tried that in the past, and to varying degrees of success. Okay. Okay, 395 versus... Yep. Okay, that works. AG, AJ. Yeah, we're going to build these slag and sludge centers. pirate base just popped in. That was not there last turn. That pirate base was not there. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so do I want to fly over here? And up here, and then like start scouting like this stuff over here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I tell you what, we're pretty close down here. Let's finish just scouting down here because we're almost done with this constellation. And then we'll start heading up that way. Yeah, I think that's the plan. And we've got all 5 of our singularities in progress. We've got neural robotics completing next turn. You know what? I need to take a break, so I'm going to go ahead and put a pause on the recording here right at this point. And we'll come back at turn 90 and finish it up from here next time on the next recording. Thank you for watching, and thanks for the comments and suggestions and likes and subscribes and all that good stuff. Definitely appreciate it. See you soon.